This podcast may contain offensive content. You have been warned. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast. I am your host and DM, Johnny, and welcome to Season 7, The Shadow Menace. Thank you for coming along on the journey. Thank you for coming along the adventure. Now, before we get started, we want to give a big shout out, a big thank you to our sponsor, the Storytelling Collective. If you don't know what this is, then this is your chance to learn. The Storytelling Collective is a collection of instructors who've come together and helped teach you how to write your first TTRPG adventure or just get your foot set in the industry. Whether it be D&D, Call of Cthulhu, or a game of your preference, they'll have many streams for you to learn from, and they'll have a lot of utility courses to choose from as well. I did their How to Market Your TTRPG, and it was such a great learning experience. I've learned so many new skills, and it's helped me out so much. They will help you out as well. They're an awesome collection of people. They are inclusive, and they make sure that everyone has a chance to tell their story. So if you want to check them out, go follow them on Twitter at StorytellingCole, C-O-L at the end. Give them a follow. You can also find them on their own website at storytellingcollective.com. You can get information about their prices, their streams, and their utility programs, and even give a free trial yourself just to try it out. See if you like it. It is well worth the effort to go visit them. It'll be such a great time. You'll meet such amazing people. I highly recommend it. So head on over and see for yourself. I think you're going to love what you find. And one quick show note for everybody is that this is the last episode before the new year. There'll be no episode on December 29th. We'll be coming back in the new year on January 5th. And the big thing about that January 5th episode is it's the first time since the global panini happened that we'll all be able to record in person. So we're actually at the same table this time. Oh, it was such a good feeling. So we finally get to be back together. It is going to be a great time. I think that is it. Let's just go over the usuals. You can follow us on Twitter at Diecast Podcast. Please follow us. Get involved in the conversation about D&D and the Shadow Menace and Season 7 and anything else crazy going on in your TTRPG world. You can find us on any app that plays a podcast, your Googles, your Stitchers, your iTunes, all that stuff. And a big thing, please leave a rating review. It helps us out a ton. It does so much work to get us to the front page. If you leave a rating review, we love all the reviews and all the ratings you've been getting so far. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, you can find us on our own website at www.flyinglizardstudio.com. As well as in any post you find for this episode, we'll have links to our Discord and our YouTube channel. You can check us out there. I think that is it. Let's jump into the episode. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Stay safe, everyone. Get vaccinated, get boosted, wear a mask, and tell a loved one how you feel. I'll see you in 2022. Stay safe, everybody. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Diecast podcast, The Shadow Menace. As we last left off with the Trollskull Trio, they are inside the Wailing Archives, having some family drama outside, some mysterious drama inside, fighting a book golem, recovering some books, making friends with ghosts, making friends with minotaurs, and then jumping inside back into the main foyer study area where friends of friends are not always the friends of other friends, and there's a bit of an inter-party conflict going on. I think that's it for an intro. Let's just jump right into it. Yeah, let's fire away. As you are in the main foyer, again, that stale, stagnant book smell, the stagnant smell of just book air just kind of hangs in the room as the ghosts jump up and all point their fingers over at your new accomplice, Jasper Bovine, as they seemed quite alarmed and quite threatened, and it's got kind of like that Ghostbusters feel where they have a nice pale blue glow about them as they kind of radiate out, and you see like the energy and like vespers of essence kind of fill off in like little tendrils of purple energy as they seem quite angry and agitated that Jasper has come on the scene. What do you wish to do?
Clear the way, librarians. I require a longish rest.
Amalika's also going to just kind of like wave her hands and be like, hold on. Like, don't worry. I don't know what your history is with this guy. And she points to Jasper. And be like, but he's hungry. He's been
very sorry
in there. Yeah, he's been in there for a real long time, and he comes in peace. And then she kind of like nudges him, and she's like, "You come in peace, right?"
So I'm going to need 2 persuasion checks. You can tell me which order you want to do them in. One is for Jasper to get him to go along and agree with it, and the second one is going to be to the ghosts. So for Jasper, it's going to be a normal roll. For the ghost, it would have been at disadvantage, but because Waywocket chimed in with comes in peace, it would just be a straight up normal roll as in a high tense situation. So Amalika, which persuasion roll do you wish to do first?
Where's on my sheet? Hold on.
I see a 19.
Damn. Oh, yeah. So I will do that as mine first.
Sorry, to the ghost librarians or to Jasper?
To the ghost librarians.
All right. You see their essences just kind of calm down a little bit. They're still on edge. They're not ready to engage in actions against Jasper, but they seem very tense and very restrained at the moment as they've gone back to that kind of translucent pale blue glow.
Okay, and then I got to roll again for Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 13 to Jasper.
You're lucky the DC was 12 for that one. So you see Jasper's grip on his axe just kind of slightly eases up, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to fight ghosts at all."
Right. You're just looking for a way out. You taught this terrible Minotaur a great lesson. Ghosts. He just wants to leave.
And have ham. He wants so much ham somewhere that's not here.
Funny enough, you do smell a copious amount of ham.
See? Willing it into existence.
Look, we all want ham, but first we have to crush our foes and retrieve a variety of objects, apparently. And we can't do that until I've had a chance to sleep on it a bit.
We will. We just gotta, make sure that this doesn't end in fisticuffs between our new friends and our slightly less new friends, right?
You see the main librarian, Castellan, comes up and says, "This is quite irregular. He came bashing through here with his party members, fought us, ran off, possibly to pilfer some books, pilfer some magical lore." Coughs to the side. It's a little bit of blue ectoplasm comes out.
Balloon tight.
We are not happy with his presence here.
Right. And he is gonna be leaving real soon. I don't think he wants to be here any longer either. He, again, like Waywocket said, he has learned his lesson, right?
Plus, he's made of muscle and bone and not useless ectoplasm. He'll definitely be key in retrieving your mysterious objects that you love so much. How do you feel about that?
I'm going to say your choice of either deception or persuasion check against the spectral librarians.
Well, I mean, I don't think I'm lying here.
All right, then persuasion check. Go for it.
Bloop.
A 12.
What do you think about that, I say?
They say, well, first of all, our matter is not useless. It constitutes our current beings in our afterlife state. Secondly, we may be expired and of the after living, but we are still custodians of these archives and of this information, and we must keep it safe and must keep it protected and offer it to those who come willingly to learn, but not to disrupt and steal.
True. True.
I apologize. I do tend to undervalue any beings that I can't murder or fuck.
Yeah, it's a real problem back at the manor. Look, ghosts, I don't want to say this too loud in front of the Minotaur, but you should have seen the state we found him in, crying, bellowing. He's definitely learned his lessons on account of your good guardsmanship of this here archive.
She says, and what of his other party members? I assume they've been felled somehow or lost or forgotten. You see Jasper shake his head and he's like, I honestly don't know. We got separated by those large teardrop blue things that kind of like floated around and just ate the magic of our fellow compatriots.
I mean, we found a bunch of skeletons in a hallway, but that could have been anyone in this cursed place.
Yeah, they didn't really narrow it down.
Mm-hmm. And like we said, we are taking responsibility for Jasper right now and his behavior, and he is going to be on his best behavior. I promise. Again, as a friend to ghosts, you have my word.
You see Castellan kind of like fold her hands on top of each other, taking a very formal, very librarian-esque type of pose, being official and stern. She says, very well. He is your responsibility. If anything he does breaks any of the rules or harms any of the information inside these archives, that responsibility falls upon you.
That's fair. And Jasper, and again she looks at him, would not make me regret this whatsoever. Correct?
No. My main concern is just getting some food right now. I'm so terribly hungry. If anyone's got a sandwich, that ham smell is really just kind of got the salivary glands going.
And once you have that food, you will continue to not make me regret this choice to stick our necks out for you, right?
Well, as long as you can feed me and get me out of here, then I'm guessing I'm in your debt, as it were.
Okay, well, in that case, I don't currently regret this, and I think everything is going to be probably, maybe, possibly fine.
Plus, I don't currently regret this. Might make a snappy group motto for us.
That's true. That's
that's actually pretty accurate for a lot of our past adventures. Speaking of adventures, Castellan, there's another book I was looking for. It's called Differentiating Yourself Between Yourself and Clones. You have any idea where I might find that one? I guess divination, maybe?
She says, actually, cloning isn't a divination school. I would say, I don't know the exact location of it, but my guess would be it's in the transmutation wing just off to the north.
Pretty good. That's on this floor, you're saying, right?
Yes, and she points over, and actually you can see, like, with the misty wall in the way, actually, she points up, and the sign above the northern wing actually says abjuration.
Divination, abjuration, it's all a bunch of hocus pocus. Time for some sleep.
Literally.
I'm going to off in search of...
I think you would only need a short rest. Like, you've only had one fight today. You might just need to spend some hit die.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
How do I do that?
All right, so...
we need to take an hour's break, which we could do here if you like.
Mm-hmm.
Short rest.
Yes,
I'm going to click it. Wait, where'd it go?
All right, so what you would do is based on your hit points. So you're level 9, so you'd have 9d10 worth of hit points to spend to recover. You can spend 1, you can spend 2, you can spend as many as you like. You don't have to roll them all at the same time to recover your hit points. And each die you roll, you add your Constitution modifier to it as well.
Oh, shit. Okay. Do I have to choose a number right off the bat?
You can spend as you go. So you can spend 3 to start, and then do 3 more if you want.
You can do 1
2
more.
more or 1 more.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So I will do 1 start. 8 plus my Constitution modifier, which is probably pretty high. Yep.
It's actually 2.
8 plus 2 is 10, bring me up to 31. I think we can do a little better than that. So let's do 2 more.
Taking a break. You should, top yourself off.
So 10 plus 12 is 22.
And don't forget, you're adding 2 and 2 to the 5, so that's actually a 14.
Oh, I see. Okay.
There's a I think a hit die button you can spend as well.
Let's just do one more. Why not?
Keep track of how many you've spent as well.
Yes, I am.
Did you get hit at all in that fight, Staff? No? Maybe once.
Nice.
If I did, I didn't do a good job of tracking it, but it doesn't look like I did. No, I didn't. I didn't actually. No, I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think you did either.
You stood out of range the entire time.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Now that I think about it, I deliberately did that based on the rock incident last time.
Yeah, you learn a lot from taking a rock to the face.
You really do.
You don't think it's going to be educational.
Until you get hit in the face with a rock. What's the line from Warhammer? You can be the greatest sniper marksman in the world, but everyone feels the same way after they take a rock to the back of the head.
A lesson for all.
Truly a lesson for the ages.
I'm going to roll some Dragonbait hit dice because he got whooped. Actually, I don't need to roll much because he healed himself as well. And Uncle Waywocket, he's okay.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think he took much in the way of damage either.
No. I'm just topping himself up, or topping him off. Just almost topped off, but
nothing.
Not worth spending the extra dice on.
Phrasing.
All
Don't
right.
Anymore.
So, how do you wish to spend this break? The spectral librarians go back to their ghostly studies. Jasper just kind of like sits back against the wall. His axe just kind of leans on his shoulders. He just kind of puts his head back and like inhales deeply. You definitely smell. Get my list of smells here. Wood smoke. And Uncle Waywalk just appears to be tinkering with his adventuring suit.
I haven't been keeping track of the smells, so.
I guess I'm resting, meditating, sort of like gathering myself.
Mm-hmm. Centering yourself after an epic conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Waywalk sort of spends some time sketching a loose map of what he knows of the library.
Mm-hmm. You see Jasper look over and is like, so you folk are, you're all magic users, are you not?
I dabble, you know. Yeah, I guess, we all, between full casting and dabbling and medium dabbling.
Well, I came in here with a bunch of clerics, paladins, and wizards, and let me tell you, there are some nasty, nasty things in here that just eat up magic like it's a full spread-on buffet.
Yeah, you were saying that they absorbed their energies or something like that?
Oh, well, they're mean little bastards. They're kind of like upside-down teardrops. They're blue, and literally sucked all the power out of our wizard, and he took his spells and used it against us.
Oh, terrible. Nah.
I'll say, you ever been on the receiving end of a fireball? It's not the best.
I don't believe I have, but my ball once was exploded by one. That was very bad.
It was not great.
Well,
your main job, I would say, in our group is to, when you see that creature, let us know so that we don't go near it and run in the other direction.
Oh, that's the thing, is there's not just one creature. They go around in little packs.
Even worse.
So
that does sound objectively worse.
So I also realize that I know what y'all bring to the table, and you got quite a good group here, and you can kind of see what I bring to the table. I'm essentially big muscles swinging an axe. So if I'm going to be putting my life on the line, am I going to get a cut of any of the stuff you're looking for in here? And he seemed kind of like lower his tone as he eyes the spectral librarians.
I think your cut is getting out of this library in one piece.
Well, You run into those little magic-eating suckers. I don't know if any of us are getting out of this library.
Fair.
And that's not to say the undead. The undead were okay, but there's a lot of it. And they kind of just like spawn more. They call more into the fight, so it gets a little hectic.
Do you think Waywalk at the librarians might know more about those things, or those things what they were telling us about before?
I imagine they're a feature, not a bug, if you catch my drift. Like a defense feature, or maybe summoned by one of the books or something. Either way, I don't imagine them in much of a position to stop them.
Not stop them, but maybe tell us a bit more about them.
Yeah, give it a shot. I mean, they like you the best if you want to, give a little ASCII.
Okay, can I do that? And is it Castellan?
Yeah.
Can I call Castellan over and be like, hey, can I talk to you about this creature that our friend here has encountered and see if you can give us some insight?
Actually, give me a persuasion check, because she's also eyeing Jasper dubiously as well.
What? I have an 8 in persuasion and somehow only got a 10. I rolled a 2.
Happens sometimes.
You see her close the spectral book that she's been reading. She says, they are a defense feature that, so as I find, that Lysana put in centuries ago. They were designed to... Archives are usually a grand target for magic users, wizards, sorcerers. So she put in a self-defense to specifically target them and kind of ward off their abilities. I won't go into details because I do not trust your bovine friend over there. He's already come in with a primarily spell-casting group. Wizards, druids, sorcerers, priests. I feel that the mana elementals are very good at their job. I will say this, if you see one, run. If you see many of them, run faster.
Okay. That was a good pep talk.
Oh,
Thank you.
They do congregate around areas of high magic, so the observatory on the top floor where Lysana did a lot of her research is up there, and downstairs in the basement where a lot of the summoning circles are located as well.
Right. Okay, well, you, as usual, have been exceptionally helpful. Thank you.
Says also the undead are also most things in here are self-defense mechanisms, so just watch out for the inside outs. When they start to scream, they attract more.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and I am definitely not looking forward to any of these defense mechanisms, to be honest. Could I pick one favorite? Not really. They all sound equally awful, and I don't want to meet any of them. And yet, I suspect we will.
Well, hopefully not. I mean, the reason why we're confined here is we, in our spectral forms, the mana elementals would surely just extinguish whatever energy we had left over.
Right. Yeah, that's not ideal, is it? Okay.
Do you need any other assistance with the library?
Waywalk, anything else we want to ask before we continue our plan?
I think we're good for now. I think let's head to the North Ring and see if we can get you a book there, Dragonbait.
You smell lemons as his tail wags and he nods his head.
All right, well, thank you. And again, we will continue to look for your items, and we will see you at some point. Hopefully, unless we die, because that would be awkward.
Well,
we wouldn't bring anything back.
If you come back as a ghost, then you'll be here forever.
Oh, good. Great. Yep.
Very delightful.
Reassuring.
Yes.
Nice to see you again, Castellan. Lorik, looking very fit there. Soren, yeah, it's good. All right, see you, buddies.
All right, you head to the north end, and again, you look to the north, and although they said the transmutation wing was to the north, it says abjuration wing where the sign should be. Everyone's passive perception's high enough that you also look off to the east and see, again, kind of like that misty wall separating the two wings and that kind of invisible shield bubble dome where you see like the inside out is just continuously pressing against it. You also see on that sign over top says abjuration as well.
If I use... Was the detect magic kind of everything in the library, or was it just that?
Yeah, it was pretty much like you got like almost like a synaptic shock of like sensory overload of detect magic.
So I can't really use that right now to be any help.
You can try. I believe I made you do an intelligence save.
All right, we'll try detect magic just in case.
All right, please give me an intelligence save, Amalika.
I forget how to do this.
I think you just click on...
There's a little saving throw box. It's the second column or the main column of where all your skills are. The box above it. Below proficiency bonus. Below inspiration.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
No, an 8.
Amalika, it is again, you turn on the detect magic and it is just like, as before, night vision goggles and someone shines a spotlight in your face as you just have a massive headache. You now take a level of exhaustion.
Oh, no.
Your head snaps back.
What does that do? I don't know what to do with that.
So it means all your skill checks will be made at disadvantage until you get a full night's rest.
Oh man,
no.
That sucks.
So
I have a question.
Sure.
Like a lot of my spells are about detecting like certain kinds of creatures, including the undead. What kind of creature did she say? Like those like very dangerous ones where they were elemental?
Yes.
Okay, we'll take that. Ooh, nice.
Now, do you have to choose one or just lets you know? Let me see.
If there is an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead. Seems like the particularly like evil or good creatures.
Okay, so this is like...
But I have to cast this spell, like it's not just on.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I get this. I get you. And it's a concentration up to 10 minutes as well. So This is like ringing the dinner bell for you, Uther. Immediately, you get undead in this room right next to you.
Oh shit, I didn't actually mean to cast that spell, and I didn't realize I was clicking on it.
Oh, we can if you didn't mean to cast it, then you don't need to cast it.
Okay, I will not cast it yet.
Never mind what we learned.
So ahead of you, the north wing is the abjuration wing, and to the east of you is also the abjuration wing. What do you wish to do?
Well, with the amount of information we have, it's time to roll a dice. To the right, evens. Or actually, we'll do it heads and tails. What do you want there, Amalika? Heads or tails?
Tails.
You got it, tails. Which way are we going?
Oh no. Which way do we not know there's undead?
We don't know that there's actually.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah, we don't know anything about that, but just left to right.
Let's go towards the one that's supposed to be the abjuration wing.
There's
or the one that we were going to in the first place.
For transmutation?
Yes.
All right. So you head up to the northern abjuration wing, and you step through the misty wall again. I'll need one person and one person only, please, to roll me a D8.
I'm ready.
Whoa.
A 1. Delightful. Your whole entourage comes cascading through, and you land in this very long, again, it's very archived, like the spinny wall or the spinning shelves with the handles on them, and they all seem to be very tight and closed up together. And it seems to be like a long, straight hallway, floor to ceiling. And again, air is very stale. There is dim light that's just kind of omnipresent there. And you can see for the first time, there's actually like little trails of dust where the walls and the floors meet. It looks like no one's walked down this hallway in a very long time. And the fact that the rest of the archives is actually kept in immaculate condition, the fact that there's dust here kind of sets off some red flags of, or not red flags, but that there's not been many travelers down here in centuries, eons, and all these tightly cranked hallways together are very tight, very metallic. It's kind of like a greenish yellow metal to it, and like these black big cranks that seem to all move together. The thing you do notice that usually in archives like these, there's like a space to crank back, to move them back. These all look tight together, like there's no space to move. What do you wish to do? You also smell ham.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty hammy in here. I'll roll. Well, whatever. I'm bad at this, but it's a perception check. See it pass through. Maybe it'll come through. Oh, I rolled a 4. Ooh.
Oh, no. It is dim light as well. I don't know if gnomes have dark vision or not.
I do have dark vision.
You're fine then. The 4 stands. Waywalk it. It's not so much you can't see what's going on. It's just that there's a lot of people in a narrow hallway, and you're trying to look around. People like dart around legs and whatnot, and it's a little distracting. And the silence and the stagnant and the stale air again just kind of like stops you and throws you off your game a bit. It's hard to really pick up anything. It just seems to be like almost like the same repeating pattern going down about 150 feet or so. You do see the misty exit at the other end of the hallway, though.
All right, everybody, be on your guard. Let's move forward slowly.
Okay.
Anyone else wish to do something?
Not really.
Follow Waywalk it, prepare to back him up.
You hear Jasper's hands just kind of like cinch up a little bit as he just kind of like grips his great axe a little tighter.
I like the way you handle that axe, friend.
Right, well, thank you. I'll be taking compliments after we're back going through the scary hallways again. Let's do compliments later. I think is the best course of action right now. And you smell ham. Your uncle actually says, nephew, this is either really good or really bad, just based on experience. The dust in a dustless place means that people have not been here in a while, or they're making it look like that and building up a false sense of security.
Yeah, I mean, or, what's down here hasn't been touched by any hands in a long time. Who can say it's a kooky hallway?
Perhaps I can provide some insight here. I'm going to do detect evil and good for real.
Well, you detect the Fae, or the aberration of Jasper being a Minotaur.
Mm-hmm.
You do not detect any fiends or undeads or elementals.
There's none of those horrible elemental creatures here. We can probably proceed with a reasonable amount of caution.
What about celestials? It's also on the list.
You did not detect any
celestials. Nothing on the list is here except for this handsome aberration.
That's almost rude, but not quite somehow. Well, let's just do...
Sorry, I think my sheet is a little messed up. How many spell slots should I have?
Let me check for you. About
like a handful.
You got
level 9.
4 slots of level 1. Go down. And 3 slots of level 2, which seems right.
And okay. I think he also has level 3 spells, too. I think he has 2 level 3s.
Let me see. Scroll. Yes, you do have 2 level 3 spells.
The level 2s. Okay, so I should have 4, 3, and 2. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, 4, 3, and 2, and you've spent, I don't know, a handful of spells. Like a couple spells anyway. Like your magic weapon and maybe just the magic weapon so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that detect evil and good. Cool.
Yeah, perfect. All right, you make your way down the hallway, tiptoeing, sneakily going if you wish. We have a kitty on the camera, which is always good luck. And you make your way to the other end of the hallway, and then there's no other interruptions unless someone wants to do something. You made it to the end of the door.
Woohoo!
As you go whoosh, 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 into the Northern Abjuration Wing. Amalika, your senses of magic, it's almost like you're walking into, like you've got tinnitus in your ear. As you just got like this little hum, like, ee. As you come to a perfectly coiffed, the bookcases, let me bring you to the north, and there, boop. It's very slim, very narrow compared to the Evocation Wing, but the bookcases here are solid, dense red oak wood. It looks like these things can take a hit. The floors are immaculately shiny, and you do notice that there is kind of like a translucent barrier on each of the bookshelves.
Maybe we should have asked for a library card. Get past these defenses.
Well, it is the Abjuration Wing. This is all about defensive magics.
Well, this doesn't turn out to be the Transmutation Wing, but what's worth a gamble?
What do we need to gather here according to your map?
Probably nothing, unless those tricksy librarians meant that the Dragon Bait Differentiating Yourself book is in here. Otherwise, nothing, and we can leave quick. But let's just do a quick scan of the bookshelves for anything we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do an investigation check.
Investigation or Arcana, your choice. Amalika, you are currently at disadvantage, unfortunately, because you took a hit. Oh, boo.
Who needs that?
Oh, wait, what? Sorry. Oh, when I would have gotten a 23 and or...
Okay. Yeah, we can do both rolls.
Yeah. So, investigation. For you, Waywocket, this is like an all-star lineup of abjuration spells, like all defensive magics. You actually see a couple of tomes of written personally by Lysana about something called the Cloister spell. And it seems to be one spell is 3 tomes long. So you're not sure what it does, but a spell that large is pretty beefy. They are, of course, behind magical protections, as apropos for an abjuration wing of the library. Amalika, with your 23 in Arcana, that tinnitus in your head is starting to make sense because you're more in tune with the arcane. You're more in tune with the flows of mana around. And you start to see kind of like, you thought it's the headache, but everything kind of has like a double shift to it. Like it just kind of like phases out a little bit. And from that 23, you get the feeling that this actually isn't the abjuration wing.
Oh. Waywocket. I think something's going on here.
What do you mean?
There's something else here. I think this isn't... She just relays that information. This isn't the abjuration wing.
You're saying this is... It's been transmuted, is what you're saying, narrator? Huh. Well...
Sorry, that just plunked. Yeah.
Maybe there's some kind of way to unmute it or remute it back into itself.
Can I do
anything along those lines?
Yeah. Could I do dispel magic or anything along those lines and see what happens?
So your 2 options are you can do an Arcana check to kind of like... Arcana can also be used to like undo magical things. It'll be a little bit harder to do, but it won't cost you a spell slot. Dispel Magic will obviously do it, but you kind of take a risk where, depending on the level you cast it at, if you cast it at the right level...
I have it as a feature.
Yes.
You only get to do that once a day, and you did that last session.
No, I do that. Don't I do that at will? Because I have Detect Magic at will, don't I?
You have Detect Magic at will, yes, but it says
no spell, counter, and Detect Magic. For my high drow magic.
Here, I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure you specifically the Dispel, you only get one a day.
It would still be under the same effects, though, that you have to choose. You can cast at a higher level. Sorry, go ahead, Miles.
Yeah, so you can detect cast magic at will without expending a spell slot. You also learn Levitate and Dispel Magic, each of which you can cast once without expending a spell slot. You gain their ability to cast those after finishing a long rest.
Yeah, so you can still cast it. You just need to burn a spell slot to do it. And the way Dispel Magic works is the higher level you cast at, the more chance you have of succeeding. If you cast at the right level, you don't need to roll. Poof, magic gone. If you cast it below the level required, then you need to roll a d20 plus your charisma.
Well, can we start with Arcana to kick things off and then go from there?
Yes, and it will be unfortunately made with disadvantage.
Okay. Ugh.
Ooh.
It's a 10.
Yeah, so Amalika, you hold up your hands and you can feel there's something off about this wing as you try and interact with the strands of magic and the strands of fate around it. There's something there, but you just that tinnitus, that raging headache from turning on Detect Magic earlier is just kind of resonating and ringing the back of your head a little bit.
I still have inspiration points. Can I use one of them to re-roll it?
Yes.
Or is it too late?
No, you can still do that. Yeah.
We'll try once more.
So yeah, it's a regular roll now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So 24.
So you gut check yourself, Amalika, and describe how you are interacting with the strands of magic to undo it all.
I feel like she's almost like having this Matrix moment where everything kind of clicks and she can see all the threads, and it's almost like threads and what am I trying to a loom basically, and kind of just putting everything into place, and she can see the pattern in front of her and she's just kind of weaving and figuring out how everything should fit together.
Mm-hmm. And it's like on that loom, you just pull at one thread and the whole thing begins to unravel, and all this order turns into chaos as you begin to hear the sickening sound of wood cracking, stone breaking, pages being ripped as you see the bookshelves and floors begin to turn in on themselves, and this perfectly nice, set, sterile abjuration wing reverts back to its original stance as the transmutation wing, and one bookcase is just made out of slime and goo, and you can see books literally bubbling and on fire. One set of bookcases is vines just growing wildly. It smells amazing and terrible all at the same time. The floor is a weird mishmash of carpet and stone. There's wallpaper and tile everywhere you go. Everything seems to be in a constant state of magic flux, as you have now discovered or retransmuted the abjuration wing back into the transmutation wing.
Hey, good work, Amalika. This is great, and you kind of bad.
Thank God all my puns brought us these extra little bits of forgiveness.
And you do smell lemons, and you see Jasper go well, holy damn. That's wild.
Yeah, so I guess we should have a look around, but maybe be careful? I feel like we should be careful.
Yeah, hands to your side as I take a look for differentiating yourself between clones. I'll do another investigation check.
Boom. It was a super easy DC. Now that it's back to the transmutation wing. You see...
What did you get?
I got 25. Oh. I have expertise
amazing.
in
Investigations.
So, Waywalker, you find This bookshelf is literally made up of it's body parts, but it's not body horror. It's kind of like wood and metal, like arms and feet and faces. And they're all just kind of like making up the shelves and borders of this bookcase. As you come up, and you actually see 6 copies of Differentiating Yourself between Yourself and Clones, all the same volume, but they all just seem to be all stacked together as if. And then as you look, you reach for one of the books, another book pops beside it and clones itself.
Oh, that's very annoying. I wish it would stop doing that. Let's try one. Yeah, let's try one of these. I cast Mage Hand and I try to grab like a middle volume.
What's the weight on Mage Hand?
5 pounds.
Yeah, you pull up the book. It is too heavy to pull out of the bookcase.
Oh, sorry. It's 10 pounds.
The book is 8 pounds. So.
Oh, perfect.
So you see this book come out, and it just has multiple faces on the front of it, and then on the other side of it, the same faces are just kind of like going in a kaleidoscope motion on the back. And just for funsies, Miles, roll me a d20, please.
No, that is fun. 19.
You now have 2 books.
Well, one of them falls to the floor because the Mage Hand can only hold one.
It just kind of flops open. You see the wooden metallic hands grab the book and kind of like pass it up along the side and puts it back towards like the now 7 copies of Differentiating Between Yourself and Clones, Volume 1.
Well, Dragonbait, I'll like use Mage Hand to open the book and show some pages. Like, you read this language by any chance?
You smell an over essence smell of lemons as he just runs over and almost like tackle hugs you, picks you up, spins you around. His tail is wagging like a little dog as he just like puts his hand on your shoulder, kind of does a head bunt, and just like grabs the book, almost like a kid receiving a birthday gift, and just like holds it in both of his arms. He's smiling a lot. And he puts it in his bag.
All right. Well,
one second. I'm going to roll a d20 for Dragonbait. A second book pops out with a 20.
Well, you can just leave those here. And remember, the librarians are worried about us, taking the books out of the library. So, maybe read it as much as you can during some short rests.
Well, in theory, are we really taking it if it's cloned itself and there's other copies? They said we could make copies of books. So technically speaking, we have made a copy of this book.
Yeah, fair point.
I'm just saying, we can ask, but I mean, this is a copy. We haven't stolen the original or the only copy.
Yeah, that's a good point, Amalika. I think we can also, plead ignorance because we thought it was a copy. All right, another one down.
You see Jasper go, you folks are a bit crazy, aren't you? Like, does this stuff happen to you often? Because this seems right down creepy.
Yeah, this is kind of like, it's Tuesday, Like,
I feel like it's more like a Wednesday, but this specific thing is new. Things like this, not so weird.
You gotta learn to roll with the punches.
This guy was a part of a cult, and the cult leader used to run in our circle, and, nothing really surprises us, I don't think.
That's not doing the best of jobs of giving me reassurance.
What? I mean, we've clearly been through the ringer, and we're still alive, so.
It's not a cult, it's a way of life. Just keep living for today, and tomorrow will sort itself out.
Tomato, potato.
I feel like that phrase keeps shifting slightly.
Like, is that something like yesterday already happened, and tomorrow has a possibility of what will be?
We tried that one, but it didn't fit on the commemorative tunics.
Tomorrow is only a day away.
They're all very good titles for a spy play.
So what do you wish to do in the transmutation wing? Do you wish to look for other spells? Do you wish to head on back?
Do we have other stuff for the ghosts to find here?
No.
No, they're all on the second and third floors.
Okay.
And find quill set. I don't know actually where is it. Oh, I think it was on the top floor. Castellan's quill set.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he said divination.
Divination's on the top floor.
Gotcha. All right.
Or sorry, there's a divination on the top floor for stars, and then divination for like locate spells on the second floor.
Second floor, yeah. All right, well, I think we're ready to head on up to the second floor. Get this show on the road.
Well, as you look back through the misty wall, you can see the main study area. So there are no other exits to this place. You have to go back through the misty hallways.
All right. Yeah, back to the foyer.
All
the
right.
atrium.
Now, could someone and one person only please roll me a D8?
I'll go for it this time. 7.
All right. You all come pop, 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 and you all land in this kind of like very similar to a maze-like area of where you found Jasper, and you can see Jasper tenses up immediately. He's not comfortable with like the maze looking. He's like, well, what? My natural senses to find a maze kick in, and they were blocked the last time. This one doesn't feel like a maze. It just feels like a lot of hallways. So I don't think there's any like deception going on. And that's when you hear just like a blood curdling scream like,
I have a feeling that is the inside out things.
We have to be very, very quiet around those things.
All right. Let's
You can if you wish.
All right, let's do some time for a little. As Waywalker gets his little staff out, he taps the ground and shadows sort of spill out from the bottom of the staff, and we are all under the effect of Pass Without Trace.
Ooh.
So you get a +10 to your stealth checks.
It's pretty good plus.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming we're rolling stealth now?
If you wish, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's stealth down this hallway looking for
I got
an
a
exit.
25, so a 35.
Ooh.
Yes, amazing.
No one knew you were there.
I mean, it's better than my somehow 33.
Jasper got a 15.
23 for me.
Oh, actually, you have disadvantage on this, I think, with your splint mail.
Okay, here comes another roll. I'll take the worst of them. Okay, still a 23.
Yeah. And then Waywalk at Senior.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess Dragon Bay. We have a lot of people in tow right now.
That's not the right roll.
Yeah, we're approaching like a Simpsons level of side characters here.
Yeah.
This is it.
So 33 for Waywalk at Senior. Oh, and Dragonbait, who has to roll at this meeting. So that will be a 13 plus 10 is 23. So Jasper is the lowest with a 15. I'll say it's a skill challenge. You not everyone but one successfully kind of like cloak down into the shadows as you begin to wind your way through these meandering bookcases. And that's when you see kind of like this dull blue glow coming out from one of the sides of the bookcases as Waywalk, you just pop your head over top and you can see what appears to be this human is in like these rather fine and like robes that look almost as if they've been bleached out by the sun. And you can see this big bluish white hand or fist wrapped around its body and another one over its head as it almost looks like just like this almost on a hot day when you see the air distort around it as it's just being like sucked into its hand, as you can see his skin getting grayer and grayer and drying out, and the color on the robe just coming off and off and off as he drops down, as you see the kind of like this big upside down teardrop of a bright blue elemental kind of like looking around, and you see its little bulbous bit of a head just kind of like reaches up, and you can almost see it going like I'll roll a perception check with it, and because there's magic users within 50 feet, it gets advantage on the check.
We are very stealthy right now.
Yes, your stealthy people are very stealthy.
The magic users are very stealthy, so like...
Oops, that's supposed to be 2d20. My typing is terrible today. Oh, that is a natural 20.
Come on.
For a 35.
Oh, no.
Or sorry, for a 25.
Oh, shit.
As they look through and Waywalk, it doesn't see you, but you can see it makes eye contact with Dragonbait, and you can see kind of like this flare pulse of magic come out as it begins to move along the bookcase aisles to try and intercept Dragonbait. I am going to ask for everyone to target their tokens. I gotta bring Jasper out there. Yep, there we go. And
yeah, we're gonna fight a thing. Mm-hmm. What kind of elemental is this?
This is the one that we're supposed to run from at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's gonna fuck me up.
And Dragonbait? Oh, Steph.
What did you say?
Even at the cost of our friend Dragonbait?
He can run too. One of us could pick him up.
I'll take the disengage action, potentially. We'll see what happens.
Okay, and Steph, you are at disadvantage on your initiative check because you are exhausted. Okay, so we'll do this initiative for these things. Using the water elemental sheet. Ooh, very high roll.
Are we all rolling initiative here?
Yes, please.
How am I supposed to roll a disadvantage, though?
Roll it twice and take the worst one.
Or there's a little tabs at the top that says advantage, normal, disadvantage. You can set that so make them all. Oof, not very good for me.
Wait, for what? Sorry. For what? Wait.
Just hit initiative again. I don't know if Steph has that on her sheet there, Adam.
No, weird. I thought we all had the same stuff.
No, you and I did a thing.
Okay, I don't know how to switch it back.
Well, Johnny can do that for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, why is my...
They're two very good rolls, though.
Very good rolls. Why are my things not going off properly?
Except I don't want to fight this thing even a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to run for it?
I have to. It's going to, like, screw me over.
Yeah, I guess it's going to use our spells against us. That's what that bookworm had to say.
I was on the wrong layer, that's why. Classic Photoshop, Johnny. Here we go. That one, perfect. Select you, initiative. There we go. It got a 9. And for Jasper, where are you, my friend? Drag you up there. Got an 8. Oh, my goodness. All right. And because I'm technically using Waywalket's stats, do you here? Sorry, it's a lot of... I just realized we got a lot of characters. All right. And for Dragonbait. Where is he? That's there. There we go. Bap. And we're going to go bap. And we're going to go bap. All right. So it is very dark. Or sorry, it's not dark anymore. Now the elementals have lit up. We're going to do this Theater of Mind. Amalka, you have the first go. You do have visuals on one of them.
I don't. Waywalk it does. I got a 19, but I can't switch it.
All right, let me. Bat.
Well, so I have a higher dex than Amalka. The game should know that I should go first.
There we go. Waywalk it. You are front and center with one of them.
So how many elementals are there? I thought there was just one.
You only see one right now.
Okay. Do we have an idea of where the door is at all at the moment?
You have not spotted it yet.
And I guess this is a weird space.
So what do you wish to do, Waywalk it?
I'm going to quickly. Oh my god, this is gonna suck. I'm going to take the hide action behind Dragonbait.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Waywalk it.
No. There's a method to my madness. You're gonna see. We're still under the effects of Pass Without Trace, so my stealth check is 36. I assume I have advantage on this roll.
You're fine.
Yeah. I will then quickly pop out with my short bow attack.
They will have half cover because you're going through the bookcase, but you're super hitting with the short bow on that one.
Yeah. 11 plus 18 damages of the piercing variety.
Is this a magic bow?
This is not a magic bow in this case.
So 11 plus 18 is 29. Half of that is
14. Yeah, that's not great. I need some magic arrows. But I so rarely use that these days. And then I say, retreat! And I will move to a direction that I hope it's the exit, 30 feet.
Excellent. All right, after that, Amalka, it is your go. You can see one through the bookcase, and there's kind of like a short bow or a short bow arrow sticking out of the side of it. It looks like it went in. It doesn't look like it did a whole lot to it.
I mean, I don't have anything that I can do to this. I don't think that's gonna not just.
I mean, I think if you do any spell against it, it might have magical resistance, but it will still do damage if you just want to hit it while going, or I don't know, try to slow it down in some way.
Maybe we should just book it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we try and run.
If you want to run, you can roll a perception check to see if you can spot the door.
Yeah, let's see if I can figure this out for my roll, because I think I'm going to screw us if I use my magic. Oh, you suck, dice. 10.
Amalka, kind of like the stress of seeing and hearing about these things, that they consume magic, and having Waywalk it just spotted and draining the life and essence out of a mage. You're thrown off your game a little bit, and also that tinnitus from and that headache from using detect magic earlier is it's not working well for you right now. You're looking around, it's just a blur as you look around. It's just everything's bookcases and hallways. You don't see any misty exit, except for the one right behind you, though, the one you just came in. You haven't moved very far.
Oh, so could we go back through that door?
You could, in theory, yes.
I think we should try to stick together as much as possible.
Yeah. Where's Waywalk it on this map, actually? Because I can't see Waywalk it here.
We're doing Theater of the Mind at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just going to try and move as far away from this thing as possible towards also a potential exit. So
you can go at the back if you want, the way you came in.
No, I just want to move towards wherever we're.
Yeah,
I'm following Waywalk it.
Yeah, I said I went a direction where I thought the door might be. So, You can say you moved next to me, for example.
Yeah.
So I just moved 30 feet. So
I'll just, for token's sake, I'll move Amalika right next to Waywocket.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I have Waywocket Senior going. He's going to look at you. Are we fighting these things? What are we doing?
I yelled, "Retreat, Uncle!"
Okay. You see him click his boots together and begins to parkour up and starts running along the sides of the bookcase, and then jumps up to the top of the ceiling, hanging down as his boots stick to the top, as he just kind of curls up in a little ball and does a stealth check, still under the effect.
Yeah, you can do that as a bonus, so find us a way out of here.
I will. For 27, as he disappears into the shadows above.
He'll be back.
The mana elementals are going to go. As you see them reach through the bookcase and begin to squeeze through his very small space unnaturally, almost like they're made of kind of like this mana jelly, as they kind of just like come in through the other side, as they all look at Dragonbait, because that's the one that they saw. Dragonbait is going. Unfortunately, he has saves against this. Let me see. Intelligence saves, but he gets to use his charisma modifier as well. So that's going to be a +2, +4 is a +6, and he's going to do 3 intelligence saves as you see them all reach out their hand and almost like force pulling, and you can see just like that arrow distort between Dragonbait and the mana elementals as they all try and draw magic out of him. All right, Dragonbait. +6. Fails the first one as you see him shudder, as you see almost like a little echo of Dragonbait get pulled into one of the mana elementals, and it's going to use its reaction to cast one of Dragonbait's spells, and is going to cast Burning Smite as you see its hands erupt with holy fire. And Dragonbait also loses a spell slot. He resists the second one and does not lose a spell slot. 6. And resists the third one. So the other two have used their actions to try and draw the mana and essence out of Dragonbait, but one's hands have lit up with holy fire. So watch out for that one. Jasper is up next, and he's going to look at you and go, we're running, right?
Yes, I keep saying that.
I don't know. That one's got flaying hands, and our little lizard friend just kind of got drained a little bit. Do you want me to step in the way? I can protect him a little bit.
Yeah, he's more important to us than you, so...
Wow, that's rude.
Oh.
All right. Jasper's going to do some attack rolls. Ooh, great axe attack. He only gets 1.
Gonna do so great with that morale boost.
Oh, he only gets a 10 on it. Unfortunately, he swings in, and it actually kind of like lands inside the mana elemental and just kind of fades through. He's like, dang it. And that is all he can do right now. Actually, no, he's going to use his reckless attack. Roll it again. So, actually, that would have been a 26 because of the advantage before. So he's going to roll Great Axe.
If he only has 1 attack, he should definitely reckless attack.
Yeah. For 19 plus 14 slashing is 33, and it is a magical battle axe. As this thing takes a big chunky hit. That is 47, almost bloodied in 1 hit.
Our dragon friend.
Okay. After that is Dragonbait. He looks over at you, Waywocket, is going to take the disengage action and run 30 feet and scamper up behind you. You smell ham. Excessive amounts of ham.
Hey, man, we're getting out of here. Don't worry.
Yeah. All right. After that is Uther. Uther, what do you wish to do?
So what's the Minotaur is protecting Dragonbait.
Yeah, so the only thing in combat right with each other right now is 3 mana elementals and Jasper. You can engage in combat if you want, but Amalika, Waywocket, and Dragonbait are all in a little cluster about 30 feet away from them, and Uncle Waywocket has jumped up on top of the ceiling and has disappeared from sight.
All right, I am going to run to the cluster.
Cluster. There you go.
40, so I should be able to catch up with all of them.
Easy.
And I will move into sort of a defensive position in front of the cluster. And maybe I will just can I just hold there? I'll hold my action so I can attack.
So if something comes in range, you'll attack it?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, we come back to the top of the order. Waywalk. You have a cluster of Amalika Dragonbait and Uther defiantly of the Goliath form standing and protecting everybody as 3 mana elementals descend upon Jasper. And your uncle has disappeared into the shadows in the ceiling. What do you wish to do? If you wish to look for an exit, give me a perception check, please.
Yeah, I'm terrible at these, but I will try. Sometimes the D20 is nice to you.
And it is...
I should have taken off advantage, but either way, it's a 10 at the best case scenario.
It's the cluster together. You've that little bit of sense of panic coming off of Amalika, that great sense of panic coming off of Dragonbait, and just Uther kind of trying to nudge you backwards and away from the mana elementals. It kind of throws you off a bit as you're trying to scope out an exit. And again, it's much like Amalika. You're just your eyes are scanning around and it's a blur to them. So you have a bonus action and a move action left. What do you wish to do?
Yeah, so I'm going to use my action. I'm going to use both actually as a move. So I will move and dash with my bonus, scanning for an obvious exit as I run in the direction I'm running.
Okay, Amalika.
So I move 60 feet.
Yeah. Amalika, you see Waywalk dash off, and he hits a T-junction at the end. What do you wish to do? You can see Jasper is by himself, and the rest of your Trollskull Trio is clumped up together.
Wait, Jasper didn't move towards us at the end of his turn?
No, he moved in to protect Dragonbait.
Oh, okay. Well, I am not going to be the one to rescue him because, again, magic, no good. I don't want to die. So I am going to once again try to use my perception to see something a way out, and move towards where Waywalk has gone to. So let's see.
Perception check made at disadvantage with a 9, unfortunately.
Can I use my inspiration and then use that as a 19?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I had 3 at the start of this, so I have 1 left, but yeah. Okay.
Well, fortunately, you're scanning around and you actually see it through the bookcases, and it looks like 2 rights and a left from where Waywalk is standing, and that's the exit. That's not the one you're seeing beforehand, or the one that you came in through.
Okay. So as Amalika is running towards Waywalk, who's obviously 30 feet ahead of her, she's going to be 2 rights and a left, like she's conveying the information.
Yeah. As you say that, you see the other elementals turn around as you yell that out.
Oops.
But you now know where the exit is in Waywalk as you can scan through the bookcases as well. Yeah, she's right. You can see it as well. Do you wish to move, Amalika?
Yes.
All right.
I'm moving towards the Waywalk and the exit. We're booking it.
Yeah. You are 30 feet behind Waywalk. Your uncle says from the shadows, "I've got a plan. Once Jasper gets clear, I'll do something. Just get away from those elementals." As he plans and plots. The water elementals, or sorry, not the mana elementals. 2 are going to stay on Jasper, and 1 is going to move over towards Amalika. What is the range I have on this thing? Mana drain is 30 feet. It gets within range, reaches up its arm, and Amalika, you feel something almost like someone pulling at the back of your hair if you had a ponytail, and just wrenches it back. Could you please give me an intelligence save, DC 14? No disadvantage on this because exhaustion doesn't affect that yet.
Shouldn't it be 60 feet away from where it was? So wouldn't it be, or is it just within range?
Within range, they've also got a move of 40 feet, unfortunately.
So I'm doing, intelligence save?
An intelligence saving throw, DC 14, please.
What does that mean? Just click intelligence saving throws.
And hope you get higher than a 14. Boom.
That's a 19.
Perfect. You feel just your magical efforts get drained backwards, but you've been training with your mom in that Shadowfell for so long that you keep yourself stable, you keep yourself sturdy, and it does not pull any spell slots off of you. Unfortunately, Jasper's not magical, so they're just going to have to attack him. They have 2 slam attacks, but they don't do much. So do attack like that. Oh, that's a big hit. Yep. For 14 on Jasper. Ouch. There's my little Jasper. Oh, Jasper. Takes that. And the second one. Oh my goodness, DM rolling hot. For another 14. Ouch. For the 28 on Jasper from the first one. And on the second one. Oh my goodness. Jasper, come on, my man. Holy shit. I'm sorry this is happening to an NPC. So that is for 7. And that is for 16 in total. Plus the 28 plus 16 is 44 points of damage. Ow. Jasper is in a lot of trouble. He is bloodied. Beyond bloodied. Ouch.
Nope.
That
would almost kill me.
They're normally supposed to do those 7s and 9s. Those 14s have been rolling max damage. Ouch. Okay. It is Jasper's turn. He's like, oh man. Oh, I am not doing well. He's going to take the disengage action and try and get towards close to Amalika. He's about 10 feet short, but he's tactically maneuvered his way away from the elementals. After that is Dragonbait. Dragonbait is actually going to run over to Jasper and hit him with a Cure Wounds.
Good old little Dragonbait.
Oh no, for 10 points of healing. That 10's better than nothing. As he's going to now move back closer to Amalika and take up a defensive position next to her. Uther, it is your go, as you've seen one elemental break off and try and attack Amalika. What do you wish to do?
I will.
Amalika's about 30 feet away from you.
Okay. I am going to run and intercept that elemental.
Okay.
And I'll give it a... Do I do any of this?
This one has the burning hands, by the way, so...
That doesn't sound so good. Okay. Right, but this is going to cost me my action, but I can still attack even if I do my action, right?
You did your movement. Depends on what you want to do. So an attack is an action.
Yes, but I have a capability where I'm attacking as a...
Oh, with a polearm. Yes, correct.
Yeah, with a bonus action. So maybe I want to toss out one of these protection spells so that we don't get fucked. Okay, I am actually going to touch myself, giving myself protection from evil and good. There we go. Until the spell ends, one willing creature, that is myself, I touch, is protected against certain types of creatures of these types have a disadvantage on attack roll against me. I also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. And none of this other stuff matters.
But the disadvantage is going to be huge.
Here comes my my attack with the halberd.
So unfortunately, the spell is an action, and to attack and get the bonus attack off the halberd, you still need to do an attack roll with it first.
Oh, okay.
But you've put yourself in a very good position that all elementals will have disadvantage against you right now.
So I'm blocking Amalika from being attacked, basically, and that's the end of That's the end of that.
We're back up to the top. Waywalk it. You see the exit, and it is within range. You can hit it within 30 feet if you wish to go.
I will, but that gives me a lot to play with. There's not a lot for me to do with my specific band of spells, so I will move 30 feet to the exit.
You jump in?
I will first, is there an elemental adjacent to any of my friends?
There's one adjacent to Uther.
All right, I will take a quick pot shot at that one.
Roll it up.
Get away!
Oh, 25. Super hit.
Yeah, he's very good at hitting things. 11 plus 17 is 28 in total, so 14 damages. And with my bonus, I will take dash and appear in the void.
Poof, bam, as you see Waywalk fire off another arrow. It hits.
See you soon!
Disappears into the side. Amalika, it is your turn. What do you wish to do?
Can I continue to run, but maybe cast stealth in hopes that this thing will not see me as I run and lose interest? It's like I'm the person it's kind of after, right?
Yeah, so stealth will be your action. And because Waywalk can match in 30 feet, you're going to need 60 feet to do it. So you can get halfway there, but you can take the stealth action to hide or attempt to hide at it.
Or you can spend your action to dash, and that way you'd move 60 feet.
Okay, then I'll do that.
As you go up, and whoosh, you're back into the foyer area. Nice. All right. Waywalk, it seems like, I guess we're jumping then. And Uther, you see a little sphere. It's brown and orangish, brackish, lands at the feet of the elemental you're standing at and goes bloop. As you see sticky goo come out and land at the bottom of it. It has to do a save, dexterity save of 15. And nope, as you see this goo come up and almost makes like a sticky tar, almost taffy-like, and sticks it and immobilizes it in place. Like, all right, it's stuck for at least a couple of seconds. Run! As you see him skitter along the top, and then poof, also jumps through the misty veil. After that is the water elementals. So that's going to attack Jasper with a miss and a hit. Ouch. All right, so it's got to do its damages. So it's just going to be 12 plus 4d6 fire damage. So that is 12 and 12 is 24. Ooh. Jasper takes a big old... Oh, wait, no. Jasper moved away from that. Right. It can't do anything. Oh, wait, no. Uther, it's still in charge. So, Uther, you're taking 24, 12 physical, and 12 fire damage. Sorry, that was correct.
Sorry, that's with that's with disadvantage?
Oh, disadvantage. Right. Let me roll that again then. Sorry about that. So that would still be 9. 16 versus AC.
Nice. That's it's a push, actually.
It's a push, so it's still a hit. So we'll say it's still the 24 points worth of damage, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Thank you for the reminder.
I'm going to give you Splint Mail, which should be 17, but...
Oh, it says 16 on my sheet.
Are you wearing Splint, or what does it say for your thing?
It'd be cool if you're wearing Splint.
I don't know. I don't see.
I don't see it either.
Yeah, I think, anyway. I thought I remember, if you'd have to check the tape, but I feel like I bought him some at the beginning of the campaign, or like at the beginning of us getting to the forest.
You are absolutely right, because I do remember that. That's actually in my GM notes. So that is actually 17.
Sweet. I'm alive.
D&D. Remembering things at the last possible minute in combat to make a difference, so you take 0 damage.
Nice.
The other ones are going to try and get within range of Jasper, and they do. And they're going to swing away. That is an 18. That's hits versus Jasper. For 9, he's still standing. The second hit is an 11, is a miss. As they just slam down on the back of this very tough Minotaur. All right, and the next one As a 10 is a miss, and another 10 is a miss. Wow, I have got hot and cold dice all at the same time. Oh my goodness, Jasper is not doing well. All right, it is Jasper's turn to go. He's going to break away and take 2 attacks of opportunity from the elementals.
Take disengage, you fool.
No, because this is going to be cooler. That's a miss. And I hit. He's got enough left to soak it. Oh, yes, he just has enough. As he's going to do the charge attack on the mana elemental next to Uther, as you see this giant beefy minotaur come in and just gouge his horns in for the gore attack. For an 8. Dang it. That would have been awesome. Oh, well.
He's definitely Leroy Jenkins in it right now.
Yes, but he can still, as a bonus action, and with a reckless attack with his great axe because he did the gore attack. Oh, mama. With the great axe. Roll it up. Really, for 8 slashing damage, it's 2d12.
Oof.
Oh, come on. Yep.
The D12 gives and it takes away.
Yep. Ouch. That's a 3 and a 1 plus 4. Ouch. This mana elemental takes a big beefy hit. 65 points. He is next to you, Uther. Dragonbait is going to drop another Cure Wounds. He's running low on spell slots. Oh, for 15. Nice heal on Jasper as he takes off and heads towards, and he's standing next to you, Amalika. Uther, it is your go. Jasper and yourself are next to a very wounded mana elemental. What do you wish to do?
How many elementals are we dealing with?
1 in your vicinity right now, and it looks like the other 2 could catch up to you. If you take the disengage, you can make it towards Amalika.
Wait, I'm through the door.
Oh, right, you're through the door, right, because she dashed, so Amalika is gone. Poof.
So everybody's gone?
Yes, it's just you and Dragonbait right now, and Jasper. And Dragonbait is further along.
And somewhere Waywalket Senior is... no, he also got out. Maybe.
Yeah, he got out as well with his rogue dash. His dash is a bonus.
Well, I'm in pretty good health, so I can probably hold down the fort a little while. So I am going to attack with my halberd, the mana elemental.
Do it up. Oh, that's definitely a hit.
Okay, and now I will do my damage. How hurt is the Minotaur right now?
He's just a little bit below bloodied thanks to the healing that he's taken from Dragonbait. But Dragonbait's healing has been significantly reduced now. He dropped some big spells on him.
Yeah.
So roll up your halberd damage against the elemental. Is this a magic halberd, by the way?
No, it's just a normal halberd.
Okay. Do you wish to dump any of your spell slots into divine damage on top of it?
No, because I still get a bunch of more attacks with this halberd, so I'm just going to keep wailing on this thing. So here's my second attack with the halberd.
Okay. 18 is definitely a hit for 12. So 12 and 10 is 22, which will be 11 damage.
Why is it only doing half damage?
Because it is magically resistant. You need a magic weapon to do full damage to it, unfortunately. Or hit it with a magical, so like holy damage or radiant damage, like fire damage, anything else other than just like mundane damage, unfortunately.
Okay, well, we're probably going to run away from it anyway, so I'm just going to keep smacking it. Does 14 hit?
14 is a push, yes. For 5, so 2 damage, so 78. Ooh, it's looking very rough.
Okay.
Do you have great weapon fighting as your feature, your fighting style?
Forget
what we made your fighting style.
Great weapon fighting, yeah.
So you can actually re-roll that damage because you rolled a 1.
Okay, here it comes again.
Ooh,
now it's 7.
That is 4, so takes an extra 2, up to 80. It is barely holding on. Okay. We go back up to the top of the order unless you want to move away and provoke an attack of opportunity.
Nah, I'm all right. I'll hold my ground until everybody escapes.
Okay. Waywocket and Amalka, you've made it out. You're safe. Uncle Waywocket has made it out. You're safe. The Elemental is going to try and do an attack roll. So you have advantage on this intelligence save. Uther?
I do? Okay.
DC 14, please.
All right. Intelligence saving throw with advantage. Nice.
Oh, boom. Yeah, you feel the magical energy is trying to be drained out of your body, but you're a stalwart paladin. You fight off the effects, and you do not sacrifice one of your spell slots to it. That is its effect. The other two are going to try and move within range, and they're just short. But they are also, because they feel magical energy coming off of you, give me 2 more saves made with advantage, please. DC 14. There's a 15. Oh, 20. Sorry, 20. Oh. So you will lose your lowest spell slot available, please. Let me check your spell catalog. Character sheet. Spells. Bless. Command. Cure wounds. Heroism. Guiding bolt. Yes, please. So we're going to fire this off at Jasper because it looks the weakest. So it is going to, let's cast Guiding Bolt for a 17 versus Jasper, which is a hit at level 1 for 16 radiant. Oh, Jasper is looking rough once more. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Oh, Jasper can move 40, so he's going to risk it. He's like, I'm sorry, man. I gotta go. He's going to try and go full dash for the portal. The elemental is going to hit him. Dirty 20 for 14. Oh, 2 hit points left. Jasper is bleeding and bruised as he makes it through the portal. Dragonbait is going to look at you and is like, is it okay to go, Uther?
Run, hammy friend.
As you smell Ham, as he books it and also makes it through. Uther, it is your go.
Well, I mean, I guess
you're going to
that's what we're doing.
Provoke an attack of opportunity made at disadvantage for a 10 versus AC.
No, I'm okay.
As you describe how you evade this mana elemental and dive through the misty portal.
I just keep running and turn back and be like, ha ha ha, leap through the portal and escape.
All right, you all land on the other side, and Jasper's looking the worst for wear out of all of you. I think everyone else has made it out rather unscathed, but Jasper looks very, very rough as he's kind of coughing up blood. He's got no physical, he's got a lot of bruises on his body, but no cuts or gashes or anything like that, as he looks very rough, as you've all successfully evaded and made it out, escaped some mana elementals.
Yay!
Good job, everybody.
We escaped.
Woo!
And,
take that, elementals.
And you have your books.
We got to...
Were they as scary for the magic users as I've made them to be?
Oh yeah, I
I just ran.
Myself. That was fun. We did just run away from them. So
just for those at home, I'll be releasing these later on, but they do what's known as a spell drain. A creature must succeed at a DC 14 intelligence save, lose a spell slot of the lowest level. The mana elemental may, as a reaction, cast one of the spells from that creature's catalog.
Oh, jeez. Very cool.
Oh, no, we don't want so. We boogied.
Look, Jasper, thank you so much for what you did back there.
You see, he is heavy, deep breathing, yeah. No, those are the things that killed a lot of my friends, and they hit as hard as they do. Oh, I hate those things so much.
Look, if you want to tap out here, no one would think any less of you. I think though these librarians could probably open the door out. We could give you a couple of rations, and do keep an eye out for the terrifying bone hag that's on the outside. Friendly heads up there, but
Yeah, you know what? I think the prudent thing to do is I'll just tap out for now, but I will safety in numbers. You mentioned there's a bone witch waiting outside.
yeah.
I may just take a pause, surrender whatever treasures or findings you may have, and just appreciate that if you make it out here, I'll head on back with you in numbers. But I think that is it for me for this adventure. I'm willing to make nice with the ghost librarians and just wait for y'all to come back.
Yeah, more than fair, more than fair. Well, that was bracing. To the second floor?
To the second floor.
I think I need a little bit of a rest, all of y'all, because I am exhausted, so...
You actually need a long rest to solve that.
Actually, she's a
well,
dark
that's what
elf.
I was implying.
She's a dark elf. She only needs 4 hours to get a full night's
Yeah,
rest.
I can do the trance.
Well, I am still going to push for us to keep going, Amalek. I know you're tired, but if you don't, let's not forget the eye on the prize that Manshoon is, still in the very much plotting our demise. So the faster that we can wrap it up here, the more likely we'll be able to foil said plans on the outside.
You see,
Well, I only have so much inspiration left to save myself from my crappy rolls.
you see Castellan come up and say, actually, well, the abjuration wing, I see you've changed the transmutation back to its original wing. You have 2 options if you wish. One is to try and defeat the barrier protecting the abjuration wing, very difficult. Or you could go to the transmutation wing and try and get it to change into a wing you desire.
Like a wing from a different floor?
Oh, yes. It's a transmutation wing. It can change into anything you wish.
Huh. That could save us quite a lot of time.
How do
Rather
we
than...
convince it? By threats?
Sorry,
Yeah,
say that one more time. I missed it, Adam.
How do we convince this wing to transform?
Oh, well, it is a wing of chaotic energy. You just simply need to have enough strength and resolution to will it into what you need.
Well, I've been doing a lot of arcane readings myself, Amalek. I think I might be able to do some of that business. I also have an 8 in Arcana. That's what that means.
I mean, I'm at disadvantage for all my rolls, though. So
Well, no, your
Skill
ability checks. Like your attack rolls are fine. Your saving throws are fine. You can still move. It's
yeah,
just
I know. That's what
ability
I'm
checks.
still worried about. That's the majority of the rolls we do.
The majority is ability rolls. I do agree, but like in combat, you're fine. For
Yeah.
example, like you have full combat prowess. If
And
bad things happen,
And it's only 4 hours as opposed to 8 hours. No one else will get a full night. Will get a full rest, but Amalika will.
yeah. I'm at full everything. So like, and we just had a short rest. So I like to keep going.
It's up to you.
Let's do it.
But doesn't Uther and Dragonbait? What about Dragonbait,
Dragonbait
too?
is burned through smell-wise. Dragonbait's you smell a lot of ham.
Well, why don't we leave Dragonbait behind to rest, and like the rest of us will go ahead.
Dragonbait will need a full 8 hours if he's
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's let Dragonbait and Minotaur friend chill out, and then we'll go and see if we can convince the wing to transform.
Alrighty then. I think as you jump back into as a consensus,
Wait,
if that's what you wish to do.
I mean, it's super not, but I think I've been outvoted.
Well, how does Malika react to that? As you're still feeling that tinnitus in that headache in your head. How does she react to that situation?
Well, I mean, I'm the one that has the detect magic and the other things that we've been using to dispel the shit here. So, I don't know.
So you're just gonna take it easy, You're gonna, you're casting your dispel magic. You'll be fine. You're gonna be fine. Yeah, let's head back. While I'm transforming the room, you can just kick back, relax, and just if any monsters show up, you'll be there to help destroy them.
Oakley dokley.
All right, so just as a DM, quick feeling check for Amalka, Waywalkit, and Uther as you jump back into the misty hallways again.
All right, fingers crossed it's a different hallway.
Uther?
I'm fine.
All right, Amalka?
I mean, it is what it is.
All right, I'm going to say, Amalka, we're going to cut it here for the night, but for preparation for next go, roll me a D8.
Yeah.
7.
A 7. Let me scan back up.
I think it's the exact same hallway then.
It is the exact same hallway.
What? No.
No, because the last time we rolled a 1.
Yeah, that was a 1.
The 1 was the joint.
It was the first one.
The first one was just the empty hallway. I believe the 7 was the mana elementals. But that will be for next adventure. The Diecast podcast was produced by Miles Baker, Stephanie Cook, and Johnny Robertson.